Two Old People on the Couch. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing our video. We do conservative news on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have Start Up Mondays, we have Wrap Up Fridays, and today is Midweek Wednesdays. So we're going to get started, and we got a lot going on today.
Man, we got Karen. I put her to work today.
Oh my gosh,
Now
yes.
we got a video play out that's separate from our computer, so we can do more. She got it all figured out. She's got to buy some cables to get the audio hooked up. So the audio will sound kind of cheesy on the if you hear it at all. It'll be low and cheesy. We're gonna
work on that.
Karen's gonna fix it.
I
got her ordering the stuff now.
Okay.
She's a little upset over there.
Yeah.
And so this might not go smooth either.
It might not go
because Karen's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But we're trying to improve our show.
Okay, so you want to start us out?
Yep. If you can bring up that beautiful.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
So here, and like I say, the audio sounds like crap probably. But here we go. We got 2 days ago, I believe, the rains come in, and look at that. Windy.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good storm. And then it flooded parts of...
Later that night, it flooded.
It flooded. You can bring us back up, Karen.
Okay. So
far,
later,
so good.
So that storm came in, right, with the hail early.
Right,
and then overnight, we had the flooding that happened. We got like 5 inches of rain overnight and the flooding in the streets.
I took Champ out to the lake. I should have taken some pictures, but the lake was all the way up to the road. I almost couldn't get to where I
normally go.
So we had lots of good rain here.
Yeah, lots of good rain. Too much rain.
Too much rain.
Too much rain. All right.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then the second thing I wanted to talk about, if you could bring up that, Karen, if Karen could bring up your watch here. Here she comes. That there is Nancy Pelosi.
Okay.
And she's in a salon.
She is in a salon. Is she in California?
Yeah. And you're not allowed to be in salons. Salons are shut down. You can go ahead and bring us back up.
Okay.
Karen, bring us back. So.
I don't recognize Pelosi there.
It is. Trust me. It's all over the news.
Okay.
So she went, got her hair done. The salon person that owns it wasn't too happy. So she took the security camera footage and turned it in. And to show that Nancy had special treatment. See, what have we been saying all along? There's the DNC mob bosses, right? And they control all us peons, right? And they tell you all kind of stuff. And they say, and she was mad at Trump for not wearing that mask.
Yes.
And now she's in there. The employees have the mask on, but she doesn't have a mask on. She's in the salon. They say they're going to shut the power off on the people that have
their businesses
open, but no. This is all special because they are elite. And so they tell us lies, and they lie how serious this is, how we can't be doing all this. Meanwhile, it's just political anyways. And she's back there doing the exact same thing. And then I have one more video.
Yes, you do.
So hold on. All right, go ahead and bring that up. Good job, Nancy.
How about Karen?
Karen. So look. So this is a Falcon 9 rocket. This one is its 4th launch and reuse.
Okay.
So, and then as it's coming up here, we'll say it was a good launch. It's deployed. I'm just Karen's fast forwarding it actually right now. And I just wanted to show you. Here it is. And now it comes back, and it wasn't out on a ship this time. It came back and landed on land. Perfect landing. Everything went smooth. You can go ahead and bring us back up, Karen.
Okay.
So that was good.
Yes.
And the only other thing I've got before we continue on with your stuff is I'm very happy today.
Okay.
I'm in a good mood. You know, all this terrible stuff has been happening this whole year. But polls are showing that the majority of the people do not believe the mainstream media.
That's good.
The majority of the people believe that COVID was overhyped and it wasn't as bad as it is, and people see that. People saw that the Big Ten closing down because it was in swing states and everything was
Yes.
was a political move. Trump and the Big Ten are talking. Trump wants it open.
Yes.
He's been wanting all football, but now he's working on the Big Ten to try to tell them, look, I want football. Even though Biden's showing commercials in the Big Ten regions that all football is not happening because of Trump. Yeah. Meanwhile, Trump's the one out there saying, let's play. So, but people see that. People see that. People, the majority of the people are not for the riots. They're not, they don't, you know, they denounce BLM and they see BLM and Antifa as terrorist groups, radical groups that are Marxist groups that are bad for America. Yeah. The majority of the people are seeing that. The polls are showing it. The polls have Trump winning the swing states. People are waking up. The majority of the people, even if they were, you know, really didn't like Trump, right? Yes. They know now that their party is causing all this havoc, and most of the people are woke up. The polls are showing, and you know they're talking to people. They say I used to be a Democrat, but they're doing, and it's really good. It's looking that people aren't. Oh, you know, I said that they don't believe the mainstream media. It's like 60-30 now. 60% of the people don't believe the mainstream.
The media is trying to feed us.
People are waking up. They can't pull these stunts anymore. They've done so many stunts. Yes. Even the most brainwashed person is coming out, and there's only a few people left that are super brainwashed that'll never
get it.
Never like Trump and think whatever those other news stations are just
giving them the right news.
The right news, and everybody else is wrong.
The non-biased news.
So it still sucks because we got a ways to go. There'll probably be more stunts.
There's going to be more stunts.
But I'm very elated that even though all these stunts are happening, things look bad, people understand now what's going on.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I'm glad.
Biden he came out of his basement again or whatever and was giving a talk about the COVID and school reopenings. Yep. And he says that the reason why schools can't be open right now is all Trump's fault because of the way he handled the coronavirus, which we know
we are.
A virus is still going to be around even if you closed everything down.
Yeah. And he said
and he
all the riots stop if he gets elected too. Like, why don't he just tell all the rioters right now, denounce Antifa, denounce BLM, and tell them, quit it, go back home, knock it off. But like I said, I'm happy. Yeah. Most of the people know that Biden might say that, but we all know that Trump's law and order, and he wants to stop the riots.
Yeah, I like how his platform is coronavirus and the riots. Yeah. Not policy and what they're going to do because we don't want to know what they're going to do. They're going to
Did you see Nancy Pelosi getting her hair done and everything? We're all just going to become little worker bees and those elites, the Democrats and everything are going to get richer and take the money and they're going to make all us live like peons while they live lavish lifestyles. It's everybody knows now. Okay. Well, not everybody. The smart people know.
The smart people know.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So this was interesting. I was listening to Trump's interview with Laura Ingraham from Fox News. And at the end of the first section or whatever, Trump starts talking about that apparently there were men dressed in black and boarded a plane from some city and they were going to go down to the RNC to cause trouble.
Which you said they were going to try to interrupt
the RNC.
The RNC, which they tried to do.
But they got squashed.
They caught
them, and there's an investigation.
Right, and I think President Trump knows who these people are. He just can't.
Right. He said there's an investigation.
But they were in military garb, like the black, kind of looking almost like the riot police, he said. And they were all on this plane, and dark forces, deep state, rich people, he said, are behind this, and they busted them, and they're looking into it. So all their little nefarious plans are getting stopped before. So let's hope the power and all that other things that.
And he also said that
where's my softball?
Biden won't. Yes, the riots will go away if Biden wins, because they will have won and they will be in charge of Biden.
And you know what I think? If Biden does win and all the Antifa and BLM and everything, all those people that help them get in will mean nothing to them.
They won't. They won't.
And they'll squash it all.
Yes.
And all those people will be like, wait a second, what did we just do? We just handed it to the DNC, and the DNC squashed us.
Yes, they're just doing their dirty work. Did you have a prediction with the softball?
No, I was getting out the softball because it looks like maybe Trump has the same softball.
He might have the same softball.
He has the same softball, and you were right. I don't care what people say. They were going there to
cause trouble,
to interrupt
the RNC.
The RNC, but before the plane could take off and get there, or maybe, I don't know when they foiled that plan.
Yes.
And it went uninterrupted.
Yeah.
There was some
local protesting going on.
The professionals didn't get in, like you said, and you heard.
Like I said, a couple weeks ago when there was that incident outside the White House while he was giving his press
that was a dry
briefing,
run. See where the people come out. See where they're all hidden.
Yeah.
See where they all come rushing out to get them. Yep.
So that's mine.
And don't forget about the helicopters getting shot at and that. Those are all test. Those are all test runs.
They are.
So hopefully everything President stays in good
hopefully
health.
They keep on top of it.
Yep. And then what do you got in there?
Here I have people in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I love.
They are protesting because they want to mandate that all school children have flu shots to attend school. Flu shots. Just flu shots.
People are waking up.
Yes.
They're like, and then, they already know that the COVID was probably.
Yes.
And they want to, the vaccines are not, they don't work to begin with.
Yeah, half the time they don't work. Not the right flu strain.
And there's bad stuff and those that could cause, other side effects like autism and all kind of other crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So the people say, I'm loving everybody's turning into a patriot.
Yes.
They want control of themselves. Not mandatory. If we want it, we'll get it. But there's no reason to
mandate. They're just mandating the flu shot so that later on they can mandate the CV vaccine.
And I can guarantee you the governor and all those other people won't get it. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably say it's mandated, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I got it," but they won't have got it. You know?
Yeah.
They live just like Pelosi. They live with their own rules. We peons have to do what they say. We're not free. Yeah. You got to do what they say. And whenever you start injecting stuff into people's body,
it could be anything.
That's up. People say my body, right? Yes. In other ways. Well, this is my body. I don't want needles being stuck in me unless I want. Okay.
So anyway, and lastly, we have that in Wisconsin, in the arrests, there was 102 out of the 175 people arrested there were from out of town.
Yeah,
so those people weren't even from their town, so they're
busting them in. Maybe
they're troublemakers.
They're bringing in planes with trained people.
Yes.
Trained rioters. You got the protesters going.
Yeah.
And then you're getting trained people coming in to ratchet it up a notch, like start getting them all wound up so they start burning stuff and everything. But they're all out of towners.
Yeah.
This is an organized thing being ran by dark people.
Yeah. Dark
the
forces.
Deep state.
Dark forces.
And Trump's trying to put a handle on it.
Yes, he is. So anyway, do you have anything else? I don't have anything else.
Man, I was just gonna say, yeah, people are aware of everything, and like we always say, do your own research. And they just found out this weekend, and we already said it, that COVID-19, only 6% of what was reported as deaths were only from
COVID-19.
So people are like,
yeah,
and it's just like people say, you have to see it,
yes,
to believe it. And there's been a little bit of this, and people are like, oh no, that's just, the Russia. No, that can't be. Oh, the impeachment. Well, I think, no. Oh, the COVID-19. Oh, yeah, what?
And they're still trying.
Yeah, riots.
To go back to the whole Russia thing now.
Yeah. Oh, so, you all must wear a mask, but everybody's fine. You can't go to a football game, yet there's a 50,000 man march on D.C. People are people aren't passing over, dying in their towns left and right. The hospitals aren't full. People are doing their own research. There's just too much to believe that it's all. And like I say, I saw some polls today, and people are waking up. Well, the brainwashing is, and most of the people are not brainwashed anymore.
Well, that's good.
That's good. Really good news.
All right.
That's all I got.
We ready to wrap up this midweek Wednesday?
Midweek. Yeah.
Midweek Wednesday.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Good show, Karen. For all this new technology and everything, it went.
It went fairly well.
I don't think we messed up one.
Not too bad.
One
not
switch.
Too bad.
Karen.
Karen. Yeah.
And she's even mad at Pelosi right now. Oh, she saw Pelosi without a mask on, and she cried a little bit first. No. She was crying because Pelosi was the queen bee of wear the mask, and she was mad at Trump for not wearing it on all these locations. And Pelosi was just furious that how could he do that? And she was like, yeah, Pelosi's right. Why is he got... And then she sees her queen bee without the mask on. And she's over here just bawling like it can't be true, but it's true. And she's devastated. And that the salons are supposed to be shut. She's like, the salons, we got to turn off the power to the salons. She's going nuts over here.
Okay.
But all the rest of the people, she's still brainwashed. But the rest of us are all
awoke.
All right. Not a good portion of us. Enough to keep America good.
Okay. So until next time, keeping it simple.
That wasn't
not
simple.
The same as doing nothing.
There was nothing simple about this show.